you trying to build a capsule wardrobe but wondering what pieces to include in your wardrobe and maybe what pieces to get rid of? Well, today I have got 10 of my favourite pieces that I use over and over again in winter. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Michelle Barra. I'm a multi-award winning personal stylist for 26 years. I've worked with everybody from celebrities to private clients. I'm now here to help you build wardrobes that mix and match easily. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite pieces that I wear over and over again in winter. Now, before I go on, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell people about my channel because that all helps me build more content and bring it to you. Now, number one is this natural wool cardigan. I know for a fact that having natural fibers in your knitwear is so much better for lots of different reasons. The first reason is it keeps you warmer. Secondly, it's better for the environment. You haven't got all that plastic in it. So obviously either buy pre-loved, if you think about the animals and you're worried about the animal welfare, absolutely look at how that garment's made. I bought this particular cardigan pre-loved on Vinted. It's an old Ralph Lauren one. I love it for this time of year because I can wear it all the way through the winter, but also I sometimes use it as a little bit of a nod towards a Christmas jumper as well. Because I'm not a huge fan of those Christmas jumpers that you use once and then you throw away. It's fine if you buy a cheap one and then you use it again and again, but I'm not a huge fan of those ones that you just wear once and then you get rid of it. It's not something I try to do. So yeah, this is a cardigan that I wear all the time. It's very warm. It's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. So yes, a 100% wool or natural cardigan will keep you warm through the winter more than something that's got man-made fibers in it. Number two is this brown coat. It's elegant, it's simple, it's stylish, it's not oversized, it's not got any crazy features to it. I've got a charcoal grey one similar to this, and I've worn it for years. So because black isn't a wonderful colour on me, I tend to go for charcoal grey, navy blue, or brown. Brown is huge as well this winter. So if you are looking to get yourself a new coat, brown is a great colour to go for if it works for you in your wardrobe. I've got quite a few brown pieces, so this slots in nicely. Now, if you really struggle with your wardrobe and need help, definitely book in for a discovery call with me. I'll put the link here and in the notes. It's just 15 minutes. We have a very informal chat. I'm not scary, I promise. You can talk to me about what you need help with, and I can talk to you about how I might be able to help you. I've got lots of different services which are adaptable to everybody. So don't be afraid about doing that. Definitely book in. I'd love to meet you. Now, my next one that I have worn for years are these fur-lined boots. I particularly went for Doc Martens because whenever I buy something, I tend to think about where I'm going to wear it, how I'm going to wear it, how often I'm going to wear it, and also the quality of the item. Again, I bought these pre-loved, but they came still in the box. I don't think they'd ever been worn. So I got them for £100 cheaper than what they would have been otherwise. And I have worn these loads. I was recently filming a lovely little BBC film up in Norfolk. Our unit base was stationed in a field and it was very muddy and very cold. And these stood the test of time throughout the whole thing. They kept my feet warm, but also protected from the elements. So these are the type of thing that I go for when it's cold, when it's wintry, when it's wet. If you live in an environment like these, I highly recommend them. The other thing about this particular pair of boots is unlike some Doc Martens, which you have to wear in and your feet go for a bit of pain first. These ones don't because they're fully fur lined. So all the way through, even on the bottom, they're fully fur lined. So I've never had to wear them in. I've got a black pair as well. One of the few things that I have two of. I don't very often go for two items of the same thing, but I do have a black pair and this cognac brown pair because I've got cognac brown accessories, not black accessories. So this works really well and links through my outfit. So I absolutely love these. Next up is this coat from Canada Goose. Now, I know some people don't like Canada Goose, and that is entirely your prerogative. I totally understand. But I was filming a few years ago and we were out on a night shoot and it was very, very cold. It was in the depths of winter and I had a North Face coat and it just wasn't cutting it. So I Googled the warmest coat in the world and this coat came up. I honestly believe it probably is the warmest coat in the world. It's one of the most expensive things I've ever bought. It literally comes out every year. I was wearing it when I was filming recently. I took it with me and I was snugly warm, even though I was stood at the side of, rain, that when it goes horizontal rather than coming straight down, it still protected me. Investing in a really good Arctic coat that's a really good quality. This has a lifetime guarantee on it as well, which is another reason why I chose it. I could get something cheaper, absolutely. And I could probably get something which is maybe almost as warm. I've never put on a coat as warm as this, but it wouldn't have a lifetime guarantee with it. So I always, like I say, I'm thinking about longevity when I buy something and making one purchase that will last me a long time rather than several purchases over several years. This will last me forever. I know it will. It's absolutely amazing. I swear to God, I could walk around naked in this and still be warm. So yes, a good quality Arctic coat is a great addition to any winter wardrobe. Next one is this jumpsuit. Now, I absolutely love this tweed jumpsuit. I know sometimes people say to me, I'm only 5'3", so I can get away with jumpsuits. And I know if you're a bit taller, sometimes it can be very tricky. So maybe look at kind of taller brands. But I think corduroy, velvet, or tweed jumpsuits are amazing. The thing that I love about this particularly is, again, for example, when I'm filming and I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning, or, I've got to go out and it's a really cold, dull day, I put a t-shirt on, I put this jumpsuit over the top and that's it, I'm done. It's so easy. It's like a dress. It's just a complete thing all in one go. So I really love this. It's very warm as well. I got this one from Cider. I'll put the link to all of these in the notes below so you can have a look at them yourself. But this one, was from Cider and I wear it all the time. The funny thing is I always get comments on this as well. Every single time I wear it, people comment on it. So it is quite distinctive and it is quite unusual, but it's also very functional, which is the thing that I love about it most. Next up is cashmere gloves. Now, I realised a few years ago that natural fibres keep you so much warmer, which is what I was mentioning before with the cardigan. So these cashmere gloves are another example. This charcoal grey colour, as I mentioned earlier, is quite distinctive. I wear it a lot. But yes, the cashmere gloves, brilliant. I like the ones that are fingerless because I can still do stuff. I don't like it when I've got knitted bits on my fingers. I don't feel like I can do anything. It's another reason why I don't have extensions put on my nails. I like to be able to be practical with my fingers. So fingerless gloves are perfect for me. These ones, because they are made in natural fibre, they're still really warm. There are a couple of brands, which I'll link in the notes, which make these from jumpers. That's what these ones were from. So this particular pair of gloves were made from a jumper that had been donated somewhere and then had been reused and made into accessories. I think that's a great idea. They feel perfect and they look brand new. If you struggle with building a wardrobe that mixes and matches easily and you really struggle with your colour and everything else and you want to build like a capsule wardrobe that mixes, definitely download my capsule wardrobe planner. It's entirely free. It's got a few questions in it that you fill out on the way. You can print it off and it will help you edit your wardrobe and think about what to keep and what to lose. I'll put the notes of that here because I think it's a really helpful tool. Next up is this blanket scarf. Now, again, interestingly, this was from Cider. It comes in a few different colours. Now, what I like about this is a lot of these big blanket scarves, you put it down like that and you wrap it around and then you walk down the street and it just starts falling down like this gradually. And you're constantly doing this, you're constantly throwing it back. This has got this little loop at the front where you just thread it through. It's such a simple feature, but it makes a huge difference. And I love chucking this over the top of things. I don't tend to wear it when it's raining, but if it's just a bit of a cold day and I need something else, I could even layer it over the top of my coat or a jumper, depending on how cold it is. But I absolutely love this. And again, a very neutral colour, so it goes quite well with lots of other things that I've got. But yeah, this blanket scarf comes in a few different colours. I particularly like this one because it works with the rest of my wardrobe. Next up, I've mentioned these before, and that's the different coloured berets that I've got. I've got a few different options. Some are more brighter colours when I want to add a kick of colour to my wardrobe, and some are much more neutral. But all of the colours that I own work with my wardrobe. Every single colour I have has been purchased specifically to go with a certain element of my wardrobe. So in the winter, what I do, I put in an outfit together and I just want to finish it off because a hat really does keep you warmer in the winter. Then I just choose the color that goes with the rest of my outfits. I've got about 6 of them in different colors and they link to my belt, shoes, or another part of my outfit. That's how I link it together. I call it the link method, where creating an outfit, you have about 3 colors. You link one part of it to another part, usually trousers to hat or shoes to hat and belt, or bag, shoes, hat and belt, something like that. If you need a little bit more help, why not join my VIP community here on YouTube? We have our next live this Sunday and I talk to you directly. You can ask me questions directly. It's usually around the middle of the month, one Sunday a month. And then also I post every week special offers for my members. So you get discounts or specifically selected brands. You can request them as well. If there's a particular brand you really like and you'd love to have a bit of a discount on them, let me know in the community area and I'll see what I can do. So yes, if you're interested in that little VIP community, price of a coffee once a month, I'll put the link to that in the notes as well. Now, this one is originally from the White Company, but I bought this pre-loved on eBay about 7 years ago. It is 100% cashmere, so it's very, very warm. I bought it pre-loved and it is wonderful. If I am at home and it's a bit cool and I'm thinking heating's expensive now, I could just zip up my little cashmere jumpsuit. It feels so cozy and warm. It is the perfect sort of loungewear alternative in the sense that you can just put it over the top of something else. Obviously, if I'm wearing leggings or something like that, I could put it over something really big and baggy. But if I'm wearing something close to the skin underneath, I can just put it straight over the top. I could then also walk outside and go to the shops in it. You know, it's not that much looking like pajamas. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. I love it. It's classic, it's stylish, and it's very practical, which ticks all the boxes for me. So yes, this is something else, a little bit like a jumpsuit, like I was talking about earlier, but knitted. And it's something that I generally wear at home, but it's absolutely beautiful. Now, last but not least is one of my tank tops. I wear these tank tops quite a lot. I like pushing the boundaries in terms of patterns on one of my tank tops, maybe linking it to a shirt or a beret or whatever it is. And sometimes I add in a tie to push the boundaries even further. What's great about them is in the winter, the fabrics I try and go for, with shirts particularly, is either cotton or silk, which is wonderful because it allows my skin to breathe. But when you first put it on, it feels quite cool until you warm it up. What I like about these is they don't cover up completely a pattern that I've got in a shirt. I can just stick them over the top and they give me that core body warmth. So I have got a few different tank tops linking to different parts of my wardrobe in different colors that work with different items. That's the beauty, actually, of limiting the colors in your wardrobe. Once you do that, things do mix and match much easier. I highly recommend it. Book in for a discovery call with me if you want to know more about that. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you've got any of these items in your wardrobe, whether you're considering adding any of them. Definitely always look at pre-loved. I highly encourage it. I will put the links to everything in the notes. If you've got any questions, comment below as well. If you want to ask me about what body type you are or what colouring, as much as I can, I always answer every single query. Have a wonderful week wherever you are, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.